Let's look at some of the most common words that get mixed up in the English language here on episode 55 of Hacking IELTS.
All right, let's do this.
If you're joining us for the first time, I'm Chris, and this is a YouTube channel and a podcast helping new and intermediate IELTS test takers understand the exam and attain higher results. Hey guys, in this episode, let's look at words that get mixed up in the English language. Lucky for us, the British Council has a ton of resources that will help you to prepare for your upcoming exam and help you become a better user of English in general. Let's take a look at a list of words that they came up with that are commonly misused. First, let's take a look at affect versus effect. The best way to tell these two apart is to remember that one is a verb, affect, and the other is a noun, effect. Affect is an action word, as in the things we say can affect the people close to us, or the weather can affect our mood. The result of those actions is the effect. For example, too much coffee can have a negative effect on your body, or there are negative side effects to smoking. Next, we have advise versus advice. This is another example of two words that sound alike, but one is something we do, advise, and the other is an abstract noun and the direct result of that action, advice. To advise someone is to help them with a problem by offering suggestions or solutions. The suggestion itself is a piece of advice. Don't worry, because a lot of native speakers also get this wrong when they're writing it down. Moving on, we have compliment versus compliment. They're nearly identical in spelling, only changing the vowel after the consonant I from the letter I to the letter E. Be extra careful with these two words because both can be used as a verb and have a positive meaning. A compliment with the letter I after the L is a positive statement about someone or something. And when you compliment a person, you are telling them how much you like their style or maybe a new haircut. But to compliment something is to pair two things or enhance one thing by adding another. For example, how ketchup complements French fries or lime complements calamari. Here are two that are mixed up really often, and that is principle versus principle. These two homonyms, words that sound the same but are spelled differently and have different meanings, are frequently mistaken for one another. Both are nouns, but principle, P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E, is an abstract noun and it refers to a code of ethics, the foundations of a belief system. On the other hand, principal, P-R-I-N-C-I-P-A-L, is the head of a school, whom you hopefully didn't have to meet very often. The next pair is something I see my students do all the time, and that's confusing there, they are, versus their, the possessive form of the pronoun they. Most common errors made in English writing involve one of these homonyms, and even native speakers are known to use them incorrectly. The best way to avoid this is by remembering that there, they are, and your, you are contractions of they are and you are. For example, they're on time for class and you're a little bit late. There and your without the apostrophe are possessives to show that something belongs to someone. My students forgot to bring their textbooks. Or, can I borrow your textbook? Let's look at another pair of words that, surprisingly, are confused by native speakers more often than you might think. And that's loose and lose, one of my pet peeves. The word loose is an adjective indicating an object that's not firmly or tightly fixed in place, while the verb lose has multiple meanings, such as unable to find something, failing to win, or earn less money than one is spending or has spent in the past. Should we do one more pair? Okay, do you know the difference between color and collar? You probably do when you read them, but perhaps it's more challenging when hearing them. Of course, you know collar, and just to refresh, a collar is a band of material around the neck of a shirt, dress, coat, or jacket. Okay guys, this wraps up things for this week. Did this episode help you out? Let me know by giving it a like on YouTube and hit subscribe. See links to our fresh new courses in the description for this week's show, or head to hackingielts.com. If you're on the go, you can get the same content in our podcast. Take care, guys, and catch you in the next one.